too long today, since we're just getting back into it.
Yes, and I'll try not to go insane.
Don't forget offices.
Apparently, I'm live streaming, and YouTube says this is upcoming.
Upcoming in the future.
Upcoming in the future when I'm live streaming this, because YouTube
Upcoming
is...
now.
It's upcoming now. Upcoming right now as you speak. You don't have time. It's now.
It's like why we even bothered saying upcoming? We don't know, but it's now.
Yeah, I just love that when I start live streaming and I try to go to my own video and it says upcoming and I'm like, no, it isn't upcoming. Upcoming what? What am I telling my audience? Upcoming for my live stream, which is starting now, which is in the future.
Which is started now in the future.
Hi, Farsight. Welcome, Farsight. Welcome, everyone, to join. I am back. And notice, I have energy. I am well. I'm no longer sick. I have energy.
It is the future now.
It's the future now. Whereas strangest multiverse madness, we got stuck in the future. So, yeah. And
oh man, Patrick Stewart's gonna really be pissed.
Fuck him. Now fighting me out.
He's like, why are you messing with the timeline? Strange.
Strange is like, this time I didn't give him permission. He just took it. Never gives these something to power to mess with time. He'll just fuck with it. Just be like, what happens if I just pull this? End of the world. I'll put it back.
It's like you were supposed to just look after the Eye of Agamotto, not use it.
And he goes, well, what's the fun of trying it out? I don't know what he does. Just mess with it.
That's
a
funny.
detect moving, hold arms off front. I blocked a bottleneck bridge with 5 Churchill 5 corpses. That is an amazing strategy. You should do that.
Good job, Farseer. Yes, you're learning.
So just note yourself. Be a dick strategist. Even if it means you're the hated person. I've just noticed something. Also, I also learned that my influence. I know why I'm at -1. Promoting factions and non-promoting and displacing factions cost influence per month.
Say that again?
Influence. Do you know your influence? How I'm making -1? Well, that could be also to be I'm promoting factions.
Yeah,
that
you have to
influence.
Yeah, what you do is you save up enough and then you let the tank happen for a while, because it'll go back up eventually.
Yeah, so,
and then you serve it back over after you stop promoting, and they lose popularity among your civilization.
See, I have a problem. So. I'm losing minerals, I'm losing influence, and I'm losing to my sprawl. I didn't know what I was fucking doing. I think I may have started okay, and then for some reason I just went on a downhill spiral. But
how big is your... Well, most of it's probably going to come from sprawl. How big is the sprawl difference?
181 out of 30.
I'm trying to think.
I think
what's your negative in minerals and energy?
No, my minerals are not too bad. I have this exact number, 777. I'm making -8 a month, so it's fine though.
That's bad. See, that's bad. The energy is fine for you to tank in. The minerals is not.
Yeah, I know minerals is not.
Because since you're crystal people, you're built off literally selling parts of your own crystal
It doesn't help with those fucking people. I got part of Bethelania's colony. Because I had to. Do you know how I had people that liked me from Los Angeles? Because they had a bunch of people that were rebellious against her. So not knowing what they did, I accepted those people, but they required food. So that I'm making food for them.
Yeah, but that shouldn't tank your economy like that. Especially your minerals. That's not what... That would be energy.
I will go in, I will fix the shit, and I will... How many offices did I open last episode? If I didn't open any, I am going to try and open as much as I can.
What's your negative energy?
I don't make any. There's nothing. No, man. It's just in plus. It's happy.
So you're the opposite going on right now. That's weird. How many mines do you actually have built on your planets?
I can't tell till you start it.
Hmm. Okay, I guess I'll start it up then. Game start.
I've looked so many times, like 7 Shermans, I'm trying to clear the bridge.
Welcome everyone. Hello. We're gonna wait a quick second before we start. Let this make sure it's started up. But
Make sure it's
welcome everyone.
upcoming.
Well, I always wait a second because sometimes YouTube will cut off your intro if you do it too soon. So I always do it like several times just to make sure.
See, all you'll be having is like, oh, it's just oh.
Ooh, sorry.
Oh.
A new song is coming out. I need to listen to tomorrow. Sorry, that caught my eye. Let me go to my library. Ooh, it's by the people who make that shanty song we talked about, James.
Oh.
And it has to do with Horizon Forbidden West that came out.
So
Ooh, I'm gonna have to listen to that. All right, that's all I'm gonna say.
Hold on.
I'm also
I'll have
just
a look.
for all you guys out there to let you know. Soon I'm gonna be creating a playlist on the channel of a ton of like types of music videos I tend to watch. If y'all wanna, especially like for this one we're talking about now, where they do like video game music and stuff like that. I already have one of them on my channel that I've subscribed to and promote because it does FNAF songs, and they're actually really catchy.
Oh, you're in about the
That's
New
a different
Frontier
one.
song, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't know what the title of it is yet. Probably, I would imagine that's the name of it, but I don't know. I haven't seen
It's
it
called
yet.
New Frontier.
But it's a good song. It's a good song. I haven't heard it yet, but I imagine it's good. But
I
because of who
haven't.
it's,
I have heard it. It's a
I
good
know that
song.
sounds crazy, but who makes it? I doubt it. There's no way it could be a bad song. It literally is impossible. It'd take a lot of effort for them to actually make it a bad song.
Never mind. I'm not happy, and I'm now suffering a calamity bombardment. But he got pissed. Like, fuck this
Yeah,
bridge.
but as you, yeah,
Yeah,
but as you, like I said, as those things happen, you will learn more and more. Like, okay, now that happened, now I know what to do next time, because you want to see how their reaction is, and then determine where to go from there.
Can I just nuke it and just be like, yeah, I win?
I mean,
Hold
this is what I
on.
mean by the
Here's the good
Zeech
thing.
answer.
You spent millions and billions and billions of pounds on making vehicles and war weapons. Instead, invest that money into a nuke and blow the country up.
and
Let's
just end everything. No,
It ends everything. War,
No,
if you
it's
have
like
the argument, throw a bomb in their face.
only Zeech. Only Zeech.
But it's really efficient though. Because you
Only
solve
Zeech.
everything.
Even
Your problem is a
Corn's
blow
like
to the
that
country.
is.
And then the other
Even
countries are like it, go just blow them up.
Even Corn would be like, that helps no one, not even me.
Well, I'll blow you up.
That's why it's like Zeech is like that's only Zeech could answer like that.
Well, what's wrong? Well, think about it. You're not wasting your lives of millions. Everyone would be safe. Everyone would be happy. You might kill a couple people in the enemy's country.
Yeah, but here's the thing. That's not how that works. That's why you can't tell your own Zeech answer because that answer leads to all gone. You don't just get one when you don't. There would be no one left to make them. You don't get that.
Zeech will make them.
In today's society, one equals all. If one were to drop, all drop. Meaning there is that's it's not. I mean, it used to be a theory, but at this point, to be fair, it's not a theory. Like if that really actually for some reason happened, all. It's just an all. That's why I said that's why stop trying to explain your answer. You're not gonna be able to because that's a Zeech answer.
I'll just go with it.
Because you can't. Because that is a Zeech answer. No one else would answer that but a Zeech. Because there's no logic behind it.
I'll blow you up as my answer. I'll blow.
Even the blood guy would be like, who is about war and Warhammer, would disagree with that.
I'll blow him up.
Because that's too much at once. Because he's also honorable at the end of the day, technically, too. So, that's why it's
You're
ironic
deciduous.
that the most dangerous demon actually in Warhammer is Zeech.
Yeah. Oh, Seascarf. Yo, what's up? Remember
Nurgle and
me?
the rest.
It has been a while, so remind me again who are you, because it has been a while since I saw anyone. So don't worry, I'm on about something unrelated to this
But
game, and it's just a bit of fun.
But I'm gonna start
My
it
brother,
out.
take care, bro. I'll come back and I'll see you, bro. Alright, take care. Well, that was quick things. I
But
think I
it's
scared
just
him
hilarious.
off with blowing people up. It's like,
It
I'll blow you
says,
up. Okay, bye.
but
I think that's why I don't get any people to visit me, because I'm just like, what happens? I'll blow you up. I'll blow you. Hi. I'll blow
well,
you
no,
up.
you do,
Oh, okay,
no.
bye.
Here's your weakness, James. You need to learn how to deliver. You're not good at your deliveries. You need to learn how to deliver proper Zeech answers as a YouTuber. Because
I'll blow YouTube up.
and also you need to stop trying to explain them. You defeat the purpose of a Zeech answer if you're explaining it, James.
Do you know
That'd be
what?
like Loki telling someone how he's gonna stab him.
Very good. How are you going to stab me? Pretty well, actually. Here's what I'm going to do.
It's like, he pretty well, at first I'm gonna go this way, and then this way. Like, then they're just gonna stop it. That's like an MMA fighter saying, I'm gonna punch you right now.
I mean, I'm like, well,
And then tries to punch him.
Oh,
Like,
no,
actually does what he says, and it's like, okay, this guy's actually calling his shots. What dumb idiot is this?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Also, when now you started the game's updated a bit. Now my scrolling is bad. It's 181 out of 138.
That's still bad!
It's not as bad as 138 out of 30.
No, that's the name. That's what you told me. You said 130 out of 180. So all it increased by was 8.
It's actually 181 out of 138. It's just
Yeah, but you told me 130 earlier.
Yeah, because
It's
of
in
the
the
game didn't
stream.
start. I didn't think. Where's my factions?
So yeah, but that's still not much difference. That's an 8 gain. Yay! You're still in shit.
Hold on, I'm stop. Hold on.
Because I'm gonna point out mine. 128 out of 119. See how less of a gap that is?
Like I said, I made my game into a spiral. Okay,
that's
so
fantastic. Okay, so what was I gonna ask? There was something I wanted to ask, but you needed to start the game to see it.
I don't know.
What was it?
Blowing people up.
Oh! How many mines do you have?
How do
Because
I
I want to
find...
try to fix this, because if you can't fix this, you're gonna lose. You can't have that many negatives as a megacore.
How do I tell how many mines I have?
You go to each planet.
Oh.
And look at how many reds you have.
So my main planet has 10. That only has
so is
2.
that 10 filled?
Yeah.
Like, we're also talking about solid red blocks.
Oh. Yeah, the solid red blocks. I have solid 10. I could build an extra 5, I think.
Well, don't rush that yet, because you don't want to do them all on one planet necessarily. I mean, you may have to at this point, but we'll see.
The other one is more power based, so that only has 2 mines.
So it only has... But, okay. Question. Because I'm going to have to know this just so I can help you do this. So, alright. When you say 2, is that solid 2 reds? How
solid
many
2
hollow
reds. That's
how many
max.
How many... Oh. So you can't have any more than 2.
No, I can't have any more than 2.
Okay, so that planet is not your goal here. What? Any others?
Yes. Another one. Again, another energy planet. 4 solid reds. Can't build anymore.
Ooh.
Another one is... I am building the 5th one, and I can't have any more. I don't know why I captured this planet. It was shit.
But wait, what's on that one? You might have done it for a different reason to save you in other ways. What is that one?
Just 5 city district details, 3 energy, 5 mines, and a ton of food.
How much food?
Tiles I could build is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You got that for the people you got. That was your That was your problem. See, this is the problem, and we can't let this. We can't let this happen again, James. We cannot go a month in between these episodes.
Yeah.
Because you won't remember, and I have this problem with FNAF even sometimes, or my other games like that I play that are strategy. I always double check each episode, but with that big a gap, I can tell you what you were doing right there. That was your planet, so you could feed the people you accepted into your society.
Yeah.
That's your farm world, so you can feed the people you got that are now not crystal people. And here's a tip for you. And I do wish sometimes, and this is a tip for you, don't be afraid to do this, James. Don't be afraid to ask me questions if you truly don't know, right?
Right.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, you should not have accepted immigrants into your society yet.
No, I know that now. It's a bad thing.
Because your people do not eat food.
No, they eat minerals.
They eat minerals. So now you're having to feed 2 different populaces, which is why your minerals are now -8. Because here's the thing, the reason why it's negative is the people on the world where the immigrants are from the other species, they're not happy with you, so they're not producing max amount. So they're drawing your economy down.
Yeah.
Further. So what's your positive on energy?
34.
So you're fine there. You can spam some stuff. So the best thing I can tell you to do right now, okay, go to your home world that has the most mines.
Yep.
How many empty slots are left?
5.
How many city districts have you filled up already?
All of them.
All of them? So you cannot build any more.
Can't build any more city districts or energy.
Then spam the hell out of the rest of the 5 of those mineral districts. You need to tank your minerals back up. Because at this point, your people have to survive on their own while you...
Oh, I can't build anymore.
Why? Are they, hold on. Let me find a planet let me look at this. Question. To the right, does it say it has blockers when you're highlighted on it?
It has blockers.
But why is it saying you can't build anymore then?
Built 10 out of 15 matches, no mining districts. Because it's grayed out as those 5 things.
Yeah, but usually grayed out has a reason. Do I have any planets who have this? I do not. Why is that? What did I do that you didn't? Oh wait, here we go. So I have to figure out what this means, because it's been a while since I've had this issue as well.
Yeah.
This is why we cannot let this go a month again.
No.
Because we have to practice to do these, and that's what causes. And I feel like this weekend might be a bust, and I feel like other than Minecraft, because that's easy, we should have just taken a break this weekend. Because both of us were coming off of really bad health. So... I guess we'll let this episode of us learning how to do this again. This probably won't be a long episode then.
I am
an hour at best.
Malicious office to counter
So, question. Underneath where it says miners produce minerals, right? And jobs-based production.
Yes.
What does it say underneath that line?
China has 10 mining districts out of the 15 maximum possible.
See, okay, so it is more possible. Why are we not allowed
We
more?
can kill this project to replace the district with another current district to remain optional to... No.
This is something I have to figure out. Wait a second, hold on.
The Sheep Galactic... No,
Wait, I
Lupin
think I know what
being
it might be. Give me a second.
cosmology.
Hold on 1 second, James. Let me see.
Oh! Oh! Oh my god, I'm such an idiot.
What did you figure out? Because it might be part of my issue too, trying to figure out why these grays are
It's
here.
not
Gray
just
blocks are here.
that. I
Because I
haven't
can't
been
remember.
focusing my planets.
Well, that's true. You should do that. Your home world should definitely be since you have no others, your mining world. Or keep it as capital. You actually might not be able to change the home world status. But your other planets, like the
Well, I
farming
can
one,
change about districts and it's just no focus. So, and if I go to manufacture focus, it will be, no, it will be production
wait, does it have
focus.
no focus?
This focus will
Where?
generate of raw such as food,
Well,
minerals, and
well, well,
energy.
hold on. Where do you see this at? Show me before you do
In
that. 'Cause
the left side, in the cosmographic, cosmography.
what? Hold on.
Do you know what a market is? Below that one.
Planets. Yeah, but hold on though. That's a district, James, not planets and sectors. You don't want to do that necessarily. I don't think. I haven't messed with this yet because this is when you get too big. Because when you get too big, you eventually have to sector off to get rid of your sprawl, and you have to put someone in charge. And this shrinks your sprawl down. Now you could do this to help you, but because I haven't done this myself, you would be punching in the dark. Because I don't remember how to do this. I haven't messed with this yet. I haven't made it big enough. My faction is nowhere near. I'm over my sprawl, but that can be fixed through research. Mine's not as big a gap as yours is. So,
So expand.
I don't know. Because you could say, hey, yeah, go down here. Let me look at it real quick. Let me mess with this and see. So, Earth, for instance. I hit X. No, let's use someone else. This one's a farming world. Yeah, if you click View Planet and go into... Wait, hold on. Where are you going after that, James? Like, okay, when you go into planet and sectors and the cosmography,
Yeah.
I assume you're expanding it and you're seeing your other planets, right?
Well, go to the expansion planet.
Well, no, I'm just trying to figure out what you're looking at, James, so hold on. So, you go into cosmography, then what?
In the planets and sectors, and it goes to my goes to the top one with my leader's name, which is Kill Oldham.
Uh-huh.
And I click that.
And then what happened?
It comes up with this tab saying the sector outputs at the top.
Oh, I see what you mean. So you click on your leader and then you can change your leader's sector focus.
Yes.
Uh-huh. See, I didn't know this was a thing either. I didn't know our actual commanding leader, like the one you start with, or the one that gets elected each year at the beginning, like the head leader. Because eventually you can get more than one governor.
Yeah.
Because that's our only governor, right? Let me make sure. It is, for the moment. Because we haven't hired any more. Interesting. I still don't know if this automatically takes power away from us, though.
Let
me see what... I'm going to experiment, because we may have to experiment with this just to see what happens. I'm going to put him on research focus for me and see what this does.
We'll also need to
What does it do? What does this do to change? I'm gonna unpause for just a second. Just let it tick over for a second.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Where's my research? Forget how I tell how much research is at the top coming in. Excuse me. Ooh. Okay, so that is a good thing to do. So yeah, set your main commander that's currently elected as manufacturing.
That's what.
That should be minerals.
Nope, it isn't, because the manufacturing is alloys and consumer goods. It's production focus. That gives me energy, minerals, and
Okay, then production focus.
yes,
I
that's what
didn't
I'd
know
set
those
up.
were roped up in the same one. Yeah, okay, then production focus.
What's balancing focus? Production of
That's
raw
everything.
resources,
That's just
manufacturing, and
everything.
research.
That's just everything.
That is pretty
That
cool.
just means your guy will try to keep it even across the board in his
Okay,
sector.
let's see what happens.
No, that's your main commander. I'll unpause it for a second and let yours see if it changes any. It may not right away. That may just mean it'll make it easier overall. You may have other problems, other places you need to fix.
Yeah.
So our next thing we need to figure out, though, again, because it's been so long, let me read chat real quick. Because I've been, oh, yo, Sealy, welcome, and also Farseer, welcome, welcome. The Arctic after he tail slapped the seal 10 feet in the air. Craft World, I sold that. Oh, y'all are talking. Okay, I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, so also forgive me if I've been missing chat as well. I'm trying to figure this out. So, oh no, that's branch offices. Wrong thing. Which one was it? Earth, right? Yeah, Earth. So, why is it that I only have this many out of this many? Excuse me. That doesn't do anything. That's just the sector itself. I am very confused. Yeah, that determines how many districts it can support, but why is it that it doesn't have the rest? Because it says it can literally have 8. But I'm trying to figure out why is that determined that way. Is it this? What is this? Uh... Is there a way to increase this? From planet size plus 17, expansion traditions finished plus 1. So there are traditions and stuff like that that will make them slightly bigger. Oh, hold on. So let's see. 5 and 5 is 10. Another 5. Oh, shit. Okay, well, I know what it is, James. Go into the planet. I need to show you something.
When it causes the graphic?
No, in the actual planet. Like, you need to click on your capital planet and go to the surface tab.
Okay, I'm in that.
Now you see, now go up to the planetary features and go one to the right of that.
Oh, the little thingies.
Do you notice how the blue one has a 0?
Yeah.
Read it.
Oh.
Every planet can only have a certain amount of max districts no matter what color it is. This means you've overbuilt in one area and not the other. So, Did your negative minerals change any when you set him to
Well, I'm
production?
waiting for the month to take over to see what happens, but it hasn't changed yet.
I'm pretty sure it would have already changed. Well, let's see what happens. Well, since this is an experimentation day, I'm gonna put it on full speed and let it just
No,
go.
it
Yeah,
hasn't changed yet.
I didn't. It would have done it immediately. I have a tradition. Let me go ahead and get that since it happened. But
I am building more mines on my planets, but I need to.
yeah. But hold on, James. You gotta be careful. Or you're gonna run into other issues. See, this might be a cat, and I hate. You're not gonna like what I'm about to say. You might be in a cascade again because we didn't know that. And because you accepted another species too soon. This isn't mean game over yet, but this puts you in a very awkward situation. This means you will constantly have to buy minerals for your people. You're going to have to
Yeah.
do the reverse of what you should be doing. Because what you should have been building to do, because your market will make your money back eventually, and if you control the market through influence and offices, like you should have been doing, competing with me. But
Yeah.
not, once again, we didn't know this, so it's not your fault. We didn't know. This was a learning thing, but this is the problem sometimes with doing so many months in between a stream like this. Because we didn't do it quick enough, no, we neither of us caught it. Because we weren't, practicing in our off time, you know, staying up to date with streams. So I think it's salvageable, but like I said, we're gonna have to see how it goes because you're gonna probably be in a disadvantage for quite a while. Because I guess what I should say is the issue that's gonna start happening is you have nowhere to go to expand. So you need to look at each of your planets and see how many total districts you're working with in that little area I just highlighted. And you have to determine which ones are reasonable that you can sacrifice other areas and build only mines there. Or at least build all the mines it's capable of. Because a lot of your planets aren't even capable of a lot of mines. Because didn't you not do the rock colony ship for a while or something?
For this one, for a bit, yes, I did do the rock one. I took for the
Couple of
first planet I
planets.
colonized, but the
So
rest I
what
eventually did.
you eventually did. So, because the ones you did it on should be promoting more mining on them.
And I
Because
see that.
that's what they're meant to do. That's why you use that colony ship instead, because it guarantees a decent amount of mining on every planet. For minerals, for a rock, especially for a rock-based species who eats rocks.
Yeah.
Isn't that cannibalism? Now that I think
I'm
about
not.
it.
If that was the case, I should have taken
Rockalism.
rocket listen.
But anyways, that's how you get those. But since you forgot this on 1 to 2 worlds in the beginning, they're normal worlds. Because you're only have. It sounds like in those worlds you only have like 3 to 4 at max mining, and that's because those worlds stayed as whatever they were naturally. And then this kind of promotes a hardship on you because you're lacking in minerals. Now, lucky for you, all these planets were power based, so you're actually making enough power where you can still feed your people. You're just gonna have to make sure you buy more minerals. How many total minerals do you have?
Now, 229.
You need to buy more. How much power do you have?
Close to 1,000.
You need to go into the market. What is it? The exchange of the market. Let me look before I buy this.
I don't
Before
know
I
how to
do
buy
this.
it.
Yeah. So you need to buy minerals and for power, and you
So,
need to have at least with a -8 Probably 1,000 since you have plus 34 power. So you need to tank your power a little bit and let it recoup for your people to have, so you do not have to worry about your negative for a while.
Yeah, I have
Because I think,
1,000 minerals.
because to be fair, I think the safest bet for you, since you accepted a more diplomatic view of things, and you accepted a new species, you need to go build farms on that planet ASAP. How much is your negative food?
It's not negative.
So your food is positive.
Yes.
So never mind, and you can mix and match a little. You can build at least one mine on that planet too. But you need to make sure they're happy. So here's the issue though. Is the people you gathered, are they the one that you're promoting against faction-wise?
How does this a species city?
Well, you go to, hold on. You would go, it's on the right side in the outliner. I gotta find it. Hold on. In the outliner, you would go to factions and go to the one that's the lowest. In the right side outliner at the bottom, near the bottom.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I'm actually having that problem now, too, a little bit. But isn't it because I can actually make these guys happy, I remember?
See, these people, the faction they
Yeah,
have
it is.
is they don't like me.
So I need to get science without borders and dull edge to make them happy. That's why I haven't depromoted these guys. That makes sense. Now, so you're saying though they don't like you?
No, the lowest one. And that's the humans. That's the other species. See?
Yeah, I was gonna say, you can click on the faction, and then if you go to, I gotta remember how to see this. Give me a second. Is there a way to look at what's? I think it's right here. So if you click on the faction and you go to the left where you see the little, like the thumbs up person, then you'll see a group of people and a single person. One of these, I don't have other people in my society yet, so I can't see it. One of these should tell you the balance of who's following this as far as species.
Well, but belongs to the supporters.
I don't know if that it's any of those three on the left. I can't tell you which one, James, because I don't have a separate
So
species
the
yet.
of actions are pleased with the correct quote of happiness. Improve sports game, blah, yeah.
Well, hold on. What are you looking? Well, hold on. What are you looking? Yeah,
the
faction
thumbs up.
support.
That's what I just said.
Go beneath that one. Yeah.
Faction support. So support.
What is it? Well, you don't need to read them. Just tell me what the white letters say.
Total 1% from 12 citizens pops.
From 12 citizens pops. Is anything else in white lettering besides that?
No, that's it.
Go down one more.
Go on. Supporters. There are 12 pops within our empire that belong to this faction.
Okay, what does it say beneath that?
It tells you where the pops are located.
Alright, what planet? Where's the most of them?
5 of them are on Najagaga.
Najagaga. So is that the most?
Yes, that's with 5.
So go to that planet.
So Najagaga. So which one is the? Aha!
Yeah, so go to that planet. Let me bring up one of mine so I can tell you. Go to population.
Okay.
I gotta remember how to look at this. Is it population? Or is it summary? I gotta find out where you see who's living on the world between two different species. I assume it's population, but is there a simple way to look at it? I guess you're just gonna have to go through and count. Actually, I do have another species, but they're enslaved, so... Never mind! I'm gonna take back what I said. I do have another species, but let's just say what they say doesn't really matter. That's rough.
You could prioritize
Well,
jobs.
hold on. Like I said, I need to know what I'm looking at before you start making stuff too. Because I mean, you can try to, if you want to take the risk, it's always up to you. But I'm trying to find out an easy way to look at, because you're doing something else than what I asked. We need to find out how to tell how many of what species you have on a planet versus another species without manually counting them. Because there is that. Oh wait, I found it. I'm an idiot. God, y'all can hit me if you want. Okay, so if you go to population, you'll see a pie chart next to the picture of the world.
Okay.
What percentage is not your crystallinian?
0.
Are you serious, James?
Yep.
So you do realize that means your own people are turning on you.
Fuck.
See, this is why you don't accept new people until you're ready.
Yeah. I should have thought about that.
Oh no, see, that's different. Oh no. And that's the majority of the people. Hold on. Okay, now we need to look at something else. Oh, this is bad. This is why you take your time. Remember, I'll say it again next time. Don't be afraid to ask questions on something you don't understand. I know you like to zeet your way through things. It's fine if you know how to control it and zeet your way through things, but you got to understand, in a strategy game, James, you can't just do it not knowing what you're doing. You can't zeet your way not understanding what you just zeeched. Because this will happen. Because this may be a guaranteed loss for you now. We may have to start over again. And that's not good. I'm not going to guarantee it yet, but I got to look at something before I can tell you this.
Oh,
so go back
other
to
species
factions.
aren't living on my planets.
Well, no, they do, James. You
None
got
of
to
them are.
understand. No, hold on,
all
James.
of them. Oh, wait, no, I tell a lie. I just found one.
It's going to be the one that they ought to... The humans are only going to live on one planet. Because that's the planet you helped them with.
That would be Ota.
But that's not the one the faction's from, is it? This is what I'm saying.
No, it isn't.
It's not.
It is. No, it is.
Hold on. Stop. But the majority of the followers of this faction are not on that world, Nagara. They're on Nagara, or whatever you said. That's your people if there's no humans on that planet.
No humans,
Just because a human founded it does not mean that's who's in it. Your people are having a separation of diplomatic support because you haven't been paying them any attention.
Yeah, I know.
So a human started its own faction that's trying to pull the species in a new direction. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but because I'm not used to it enough yet, because that's why I played the faction I did and have not accepted any immigration other than forced. Because here's the difference between me and your factions. Majority of the other species I have under me aren't allowed to have a say.
I should do that, then I should change.
You can't if you're going to be diplomatic, James. That's the double-edged sword. This is why I warned you of making a diplomat, because being diplomatic in Stellaris is one of the hardest things to do in the beginning if you're not used to Stellaris. Because you have to mid-max your factions. You have to make sure you're only promoting the ones that you want to stay in charge, or you make sure your species stays singular until you're ready for the immigration. Because when you have immigration, then it is naturally going to start to cause in a diplomatic society, because that's how it's supposed to be. difference of opinion. Because that's, freedom of speech is a diplomatic thing.
Yeah.
So you have to learn to kind of teeter-totter this. Now, I don't know if overall you're dead in the water, because how many people overall of your Crystallinians are following other factions?
Oh. I have... Wow. I'll go for my second lowest. This is the Crystalline. This is at 55% thumbs up.
That's still pretty good.
Hold on. The highest is 18 on Kyanite. 3 on Rubicon, 2 on Oshdorf.
And maybe you may have to have a culture
One is on
switch
the
over.
human world.
That makes sense.
One is on the others.
So what's your highest?
75%.
And what's below that?
70%.
Actually, I guess I should... Okay, so you have more than 3. So, 75, 70, then 55. I assume the 55, and then the lowest.
Yeah, which is 0.
Holy hell, it's 0?
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh. Click on that faction. We need to see what they want. I want to see if there's even a reason for you to even try this. Or you're gonna have...
Outlawed.
That makes sense.
Dual edge, staying ahead of the curve and allowing any fellow empires to be more than equivalent.
Yeah, it means you have to be technologically advanced.
Yeah.
So
Synth envy. Seeing other empires parade of any kind of robot pops around.
Is it AI allowed or outlawed?
Outlawed.
On any of our worlds is sure to displease this institute. Ah, that's right. These guys care about the robots. See, that's a problem because you're not going for robots.
Yeah, and the other one is Sith energy.
It's funny because you have AI outlawed. It usually is AI allowed when they have synth envy like that.
Yeah, it's Sith energy. Yeah.
But the top is AI outlawed, like
yes.
OUTLAW.
ED, yes, outlawed.
Wow, that's a weird combo. I'm not gonna lie. Let me read chat for a second. Let me see. Wow. You have to find that seal before the interest gets before the. I'm going to Okay, no, they're still talking. It's okay. I'm just making sure I'm not missing
James,
anything.
advice for the future: never take another species ever. When you're robot or rock people, the rock revolutions are calling you James.
Yeah, it's hard to do. Well, it's not impossible, but since James didn't know that, and I forgot to tell him, and that's my bad. I mean, like I said, it may not be undoable. It's just you're gonna. What's your average? We may be okay to let this slide. What's your average influence per month? At the top.
Because I stopped it, a monthly gain is -3, and I stopped those promoting and suppressing factions, which somehow made it worse.
Because you're not doing. James, don't change that until you know what you're doing with that, because now you're in a worse situation. You need to continue suppressing that.
Okay.
You have no choice at this point because you've dug the hole already.
Should I start promoting the others?
You need to promote what's the 55 one want?
Frame movement, that's about it. It's just because it's got anti-autocraft, which I have, which is normal. I'll tell you what its issues, which
Yeah, what are its negatives? What's making it negative?
Just
like
one.
Less than. Alright, what is it?
Free movement. Ensuring the free movement of pops by prohibiting forced resettlement and disabling migration controls will please the true Democratic Committee.
Okay, we're gonna need to make that go up. So, it's been so long!
It's -10%.
Yeah, but that will change in a heartbeat, and that's only one change, James, that you have to do, and I gotta find it. Give me a second. What's it under? Society? Frick, this is why we literally cannot let this be this far apart again.
Being
It's gonna be
policy?
policies?
Yeah, I'm looking at policies. Population control.
Resettlement? Where do you see that? My brain's missing it for
Is
some reason.
below. Is it? Long-term is allowed to be elected solely in the hands of the individuals. Can use no voice species. Apply to population controls can selectively grow/decline species.
So you want to put, I would say, you want populations control. Put that to prohibited.
That's already been set to prohibited.
What about slavery?
Prohibited. Cannot be allowed because it needs to be.
That's fine. Refugees.
Refugees are welcome.
Okay. Robotic workers.
Outlawed.
Okay, that's fine. Artificial intelligence.
Servitude.
Change that.
To outlawed.
You need to change that to outlawed. That's what they want for the other one.
Oh.
That's fine anyways.
I didn't change that because I didn't know.
No, remember, James, this game is everything. All of these menus matter, especially if you're going to go a diplomacy build. You have to be in these menus.
Right. Okay.
Because it determines trade policy.
I went with I should have changed that. Why did I not? It's not consuming benefits for the moment. Because I know why I did that.
That might not be bad in your case. Wait, say each collected trade value earns. Actually, I'd keep it on that for now. The only reason why I say that
marketplace of ideas because it gives me unity as well as energy.
Yeah, that would be better, but it's too late now.
Yeah.
You need consumer benefits now because you're gonna need those consumer benefits because you already took on another species.
Yeah.
Because mine's wealth creation. I just want as much wealth from the trade value as possible. But okay, what's your economic policy?
Mixed.
Ah, damn it. What's your alloys per turn?
10.
Or per month? Jesus. Oh, this is going to be bad. You definitely did do a little bit of mismanagement in some of your economic sides because you don't have enough to maintain your alloys like you're supposed to be doing.
Like consumer goods is plus 25.
Your consumer goods is plus 25?
Yeah.
What? I'm going to put this in perspective real quick, James, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to tell you my numbers because at this point we're going to... we kind of have to help each other get through this before we can go back to normal, actually going against each other. My alloys are plus 20 per month. Note that number.
Yeah.
And I'm not a rock person.
Yeah.
My consumer goods is plus 9.
Yeah, I kind of did some mixed management.
Now, food doesn't matter. I'm not going to tell you that number because you just now got humans. You know what my minerals
food doesn't really matter.
Now, this is where you should be beating me in. The other one you shouldn't be beating me in, but I'm beating you in both, which is bad. You know what my minerals per month is?
Go on.
80.
Yeah, seems about right.
For a non-rock species.
And
my money is 106 per month.
I kind of also wanted to start this again and just be like...
I mean, we can if you want. I'm going to have to let you decide on this because it's salvageable, but you're going to have to convert your society. You're going to have to suppress what's going on with the science people that want robots and all that robot bullcrud because you're never going to get robots. That is pointless. So you need to suppress them. But it means you have to promote the others and make them happy in the process. So what do you want to do with that? Because I can help you fix this, because I'm used to diplomatic because I played Fenrir. That was one of my best. I know how to get them to sway back. Because you're not beyond repair totally. It's just, it's going to be a pain in the butt a little bit. You're going to have to make up some groundwork, so this is going to take away from time of you getting your branch offices.
And I can't get my branch offices because I don't have the energy to build them.
That's my point.
So this is the point of, you basically have just won. Because I've been a downward spiral.
I haven't won because I'm nowhere near my success either.
But by the time I get back up and running, you'll be either damn near completion of your condition, and I will just be started to get going.
Well, in your defense, the Desolate could wipe out the Xenos before I get them, and if that happens, I lose. So there's always a chance for you to still win. That's why I'm just letting you decide. It's more of how much of an inconvenience do you want to go through. It's not really about can you win or lose. There's always a chance you can still win, because I could still be easily boned, because I have no easy way to get to the Xenos right now. Not fully. Not a guaranteed path. If it was, then I'd say, yeah, maybe we should restart, and I'd be honest with you. Because I am going to be fully honest with you, I'm not playing like the game role right now. I have no way to get to them. You're in my way a little bit, and so is Fenrir now, because they took that border right above you. I have no path. So I have to actually gain strength, even though mine was already planned. This was already planned anyways. That's what makes this less inconvenient for me, more inconvenient for you, but it doesn't mean anything. Because it also depends on what happens before I get to start a war with Fenrir long enough to take that spot right above you to get to the Xenos. I'm saying my strategy, but I kind of have to at this point. Just to make sure you, to give you all the facts on you, so you know it's not a guaranteed win for me, by any means. It just means I have an advantage, is the best way to put it now. I have a slight advantage because what I'm going to be doing to push through was already planned by me anyways, because I've run out of planets to expand on.
Yeah.
So I kind of have to hurt the California peas either way.
Where are the...
So...
Oh, the Bagol, yeah.
So it's up to you. I'll let you decide. If so, then I will... Oh, also, what's the top one say? Resettlement.
Resettlement is allowed.
Huh. Wait, why are they pissed then? Go back to them for me real quick, James. That 55? Because it sounds like you already have it as allowed.
I've had it allowed since the beginning.
So I'm kind of confused. Oh, maybe
Ensuring
it's a
the free move. I'll read the description for you. Ensuring the free movement of pops by...
Oh, wait.
Oh,
I know what it is. You have to allow the humans specifically. Let me find that. That is under people. You need to go to people, the people tab underneath tradition, the two faces.
Yeah.
And you need to go to species, find all the humans and other species you don't have, go into them and make sure all their rights are set to everything, like movement, whatever, like they can do whatever.
Citizenship is full, decent conditions, but it says full. Colonizing rights are allowed.
What about population controls?
Oh, I can't enable it.
You can't? Wait, really?
Population controls enabled. Controls, yes, so. Not possible due to being crystalline. All must be true. Does not have a policy. Population controls periods. Our empire values xeno species too highly.
Wait, hold on. So what does it say next to population control? What is it locked into?
No population control. It's locked into that. I cannot enable it.
Well, then that should be fine. Why is it being weird?
No migration control. When I have migration controls
The
enabled.
top one says full citizenship, I assume.
Yes.
What is the living standards?
Decent.
Okay. Yeah, you have it on the better one. Oh, well, actually, wait.
No, Utopian Abundance is the better one. Because I don't need slaves.
social welfare. You might want to put them on that.
I don't have slaves.
I know, but it's everyone, James. If you look at social welfare compared to decent condition, your mine workers are mad. The decent conditions doesn't affect them. If you look at social welfare, it's going to give you a plus 10% in happiness to all bronze level workers, which are mining, farming, and normal power workers. That's your production line, the one you're specialized, your leader in. That's the bronze workers. So you might want to put everyone on social welfare. Now, however, unemployed tops have normal happiness. Yeah, see, yeah. You're gonna have to run this now. Can you set it to social welfare?
Yes.
For the humans? Do it.
Actually, they're not humans.
What are they?
Fungoid.
Oh. Well, set it for them too, but make sure that if you have any humans, make sure they have it
They
as well.
don't have any humans. I have no humans. Just apparently a human made a faction.
So those must have been... Wait, no, that's not possible. You can't have a faction made by a human if there's not a human present. That is literally impossible.
Have a look at my stream. Apparently it's possible.
Well, hold on, James. Hold on. First, go ahead and set them to social welfare. I'm not doing that.
I already did that.
Go back to the screen where it says species. And then I'm going to bring up your stream.
Okay, so...
Give me a sec. 1 second, guys. I'll be back. Let me go look at James's stream for just a second. Yeah, you only have 2. What?
Right. You see these type fungoid, right?
How?
Look, fungoid, and I'm going to go to committed dislike.
Huh? Yeah, go to the committee. Let me see it. What in the world? What is this leader's name? Go back to it, James.
Oh, to
the faction that is 55% person. We may have to start over because I think you might have done something I don't know what you did.
So the 55's a crystalline.
Well, the one. Then the one that started the bad faction. Then
this is the top. These 3 height, the 55, 70, and 75, all crystalline. Just the black one's just weird.
Is a human. So the one that's human. Go to that one and tell me what the leader of that one's name is.
How do I find that out?
You just go to the faction. Click on, bring it back up. The screen you had before. It should show her name at the top left.
What scientist Emalani?
Yeah, it should. I can't. This is so blurry. I can't freaking see it. Hold on. Let me go to one of mine and see where it would be. So I'll just do the martial supremacy.
Yeah, it's the one.
Yeah, scientist. Okay, so yeah, what's her name?
Scientist Elamani.
Scientist Emalani?
Yes.
Okay, go to your people tab again, but this time leaders.
Okay.
In scientists, are all of them crystallanian but one?
Yep.
Uh-oh. Okay, I know what you did. Yeah, see, now we have to start over. You know what you did?
I recruited a human, didn't I?
Be careful with this. No, you didn't. Well, you did, but you didn't. Question. Do you have any research agreements with anybody?
Yes, quite a couple.
Uh-huh. You know what that does, right?
I suppose give me the technology research, and I give them theirs.
Mm-hmm. There's something else it does.
I
Especially
don't.
especially if you're diplomatic.
I don't know what else it does. Oh, I know it's
It
fact
allows you
based.
to it allows you to recruit their species as leaders.
So who do I research?
But hold on, now I don't know. It also might have been in a trade thing. Maybe you triggered an event that gave you this. This is also why you got to be careful with the events that pop up.
Oh,
So,
I know who it was.
who?
Bethlehem.
And that makes sense because I have one where they're two, but I wouldn't see the difference. We're both humans.
Yeah.
So, oops. That's unchangeable unless you fire her ass, and I don't think you can do that in this game. Let me see. I'm gonna look at one of my science.
No, you can't. You can
Lowest science?
dismiss her.
You need to dismiss her right now.
Yes, done. Oh, I know why I did that. Oh, I know what happened.
What?
Because one of my previous scientists, I was originally died, and the next one I had to recruit was nothing but humans. I had to
And that's
recruit
because
one of
of your agreement with Melantha. You need to be careful. So here's a lesson for you diplomatically. Don't get certain agreements in certain areas that can hurt you like that. All you care about as a megacore is, well, I hate to say this, but basically the profit and in your case, the diplomacy.
Oh.
So never do major agreements, and if you do them, do not hire their species. Wait for one of yours.
Wait, hold on. I want to see. Is there
Unless they live on your planet already. Now, if you get immigration from them, see what you should have done, James, if that's the case, if you're going to do that, you need to open up an immigration policy with them as well. So you get humans on your planet that you can do that with. So that way you can manipulate the faction if it's led by that species.
Okay.
Because otherwise, it's not going to matter. Because that's what it's looking for. It wants you to do a civil rights movement for humans you don't have.
That makes sense.
She's the only human that lives there. I also think that's a weakness in Stellaris that I forgot about that it's had forever. That I think the new DLC is going to fix, actually, is that for some reason the leaders have standing in that area when they're the only species living there. Like, they're the only one of their kind.
Interesting.
Literally. And that shouldn't be a thing.
The Jetsons are moving closer to Cabal and the Palladians.
But that can't be helped. That was my bad for not knowing that too.
Oh, at Spider House now. The Committee of Dislike has my thingy dude in it now.
Okay, now that it's him, what does it say now? Is it the same? It's
the same for now.
It's the same, but at least now it's someone within your own thing. Is there anything he has that you can improve that you can do?
Like,
what are the reds he says that he has?
The same as the previous human.
So Synth Envy,
Outlaw Edge, Joe, Outlaw.
But that one's green, right? AI Outlawed?
Nope, that's red.
Why is that red? Hold on. That shouldn't be red. You don't have that, do you? Where is it? Where is it? Was it Society again? Policies. It's not edicts, is it? It's not an edict that you need to do, right? No. Not unless you have to research it for some reason. Policies, AI.
There's healthcare issue, there's robot workers.
Okay, yeah. So go to AI. I know what it is. Unless for some reason you already have this. Go to AI and set it to outlawed instead of anything else.
Yeah, I did that previously. You told me to.
But it's still red.
We cannot change this stance to this policy to 28, whatever.
Why can't you change it?
Because I just changed it recently.
But is it on outlawed?
Yes.
Okay, then it should have already done it. Hold on, let me let it play for just a second. Since we're just experimenting, I'm gonna let it play for a whole month. There we go. What about now?
Good news. But minerals have gone down gone up from -8 to -1. But monthly influence has gone
That's
up
good.
by 2.
So let me guess, it actually ticked over. Does it say he accepts the AI outlawed now?
No, it still says it's negative 30%. It's still
What?
negative.
So
It's
you must have made another faction happier.
no, they're still the same.
I don't know. That's confusing. I don't know what's happening. To be fair, I don't know how to. It almost feels like it's bugged. That you somehow bugged it out. And I almost do think that is a bug in Stellaris. That hiring a separate species you don't have on a planet rings in this weird error in the code. That it starts to ask for things for the humans that there are no humans. And the game really shouldn't do that. I don't know if I know how to fix this. Let me think. So nothing changed with the AI side.
No, nothing's changed with the factions and everything.
Bring it back up so I can see it on your stream because I'm still looking at
Oh,
your
what
stream.
the hell? Oh my god,
What?
okay. I tell you something.
What?
Do you know I was making plus 25 consumer goods?
Mm-hmm.
It's flipped to -27.
Huh. It's because of social welfare. Social welfare costs a lot. That makes sense, though. You had to do that because you're running a multicultural species already.
Yeah.
But once again, I don't know if this is fixable because you see how I call it a cascade. Every time we fix something else breaks because the core setup is not right.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do to fix this. But yeah, bring up the AI one again, the one that's asking you for AI outlawed, like the actual faction. But yeah, at this point, it is starting to look more and more like we may actually forcibly have to do this again. I'll
And
have
it's
to
so red.
I'll have to write down who's all in here so we forcibly bring them back
Okay, that makes
because we
sense.
don't want to change who's on the map because then that may change different situations. We
Yeah.
can't help where we're gonna spawn. So because that is one thing you're gonna have to be
Yeah, no,
worried
still red.
about. Okay, well hold on, I just want to look at it. Why is my phone so damn blurry right now?
Yeah, do you know what it is? Is your quality set to the highest?
Maybe. I don't know how to do that on the phone anyways. I'm
Just
just gonna
like,
make the screen bigger so I can see it. Yeah,
yeah, but if you
outlaw,
go
let's
to a
see.
full screen, you should see a little cog at the top.
Yeah, it's definitely AI outlawed. Think. Oh, God. You said a cog at the top? Where? Ow.
Top right.
Okay.
And that's what, and if you click that, it comes up
Oh,
with.
it's at one. It's at one. The lowest.
Yeah, it automatically sets that for my videos, so you have to manually change it.
High picture quality.
No, you do. You go to advanced, and you pick your current quality for the video.
Okay. No,
Uh,
let me bring it back up. Come on. Ow. So I go to what?
advanced,
Quality advanced.
and then
720.
720.
There it goes.
There you go. Does it look a lot better?
Wow, that's dumb.
Yep.
I'll have to tell people that. I didn't know that. Because
Yeah, for
sometimes
some
I
reason
have people
YouTube
in
sets up the
comments.
lowest fucking
Because
quality.
sometimes I have people in comments wonder why is your video so blurry. It's because I've had that happen on the PlayStation app where it will some reason default back to 480 even though I set it to 1080 every time.
Yeah.
So and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it happens to my videos.
Yeah,
I
it
had
says
to manually.
AI Outlaw, Dulled Edge, Science Without Borders, which you already did, which is helping you.
Yeah.
The Dull Edge you can't really help. AI Outlaw, yeah, that's. Let's see, allowing the development. Go back up to it. I need to read its description. Like, highlight it specifically, AI Outlawed. I need to read the description of it. Maybe I'm misunderstanding something. Allowing the development and study of robotics and artificial intelligence. Hold on. What's the difference in that compared to mine? Hold on. Whoa. AI allowing the development and study of robotics and, okay, yeah, let me go look at mine now. So mine is happy with this. Let me look what my edict says compared to yours. Mine is in servitude. So they're allowed. It's not outlawed or anything. It might have been... Wait a minute. Uh-oh. I wonder if that counts. You didn't research any robotics, did you?
I can have a look. Research.
Is there a way to know? Hold on. Let's look at our research technology. Yeah, technology tab. You want to... So go to the... On the left side, go to technology tab. It's the three little beaker symbols.
And then go to research.
And look on engineering. Do you see any robotic workers or anything robotics related, like powered exoskeletons, machine template systems, any of those?
No. Yeah, I need to research that.
No, James, these are what you already have.
What for? So
the section you're looking at right now is what you already have.
So the ones with the numbers I've researched.
Yeah, I'm looking at your stream. This entire area, we're both on this screen. This is what you already have.
Oh, yeah, I have powered exoskeletons I accidentally researched.
Go down. Let me see all of yours. Keep going down. Like, go down from... Keep going down. Like, I want to see all of your... you probably already did.
I can't go any more down.
Okay, yeah. So it's just it's the powered exoskeletons, probably? I assume. You don't have nanomechanics, do you?
That would be in engineering.
It looks like a little magnifier. Yes, you do. I see it right there below powered exoskeleton. It's right beneath powered exoskeleton. You do have nanomechanics. Damn. That's why he hates you. You researched robots.
Oh.
You were supposed to outlaw them from the beginning of the game. This is also what I told you when we first started this playthrough. You want to set up your edicts to match what you need from the very beginning. Because this determines what you're allowed to see and what you're not. If you had outlawed AI from the beginning, you wouldn't have even seen these.
Yeah, makes sense.
Now, there's also something when you're building a species, you have to make sure you know what you want to go for, too. This is why I emphasized it when you were building your species for the first time. Know what your ultimate type of playstyle is for them. That's what decides what needs to be set up in the beginning, and then that either deprives you or gives you access. So since I'm Wayland, I'm super corrupt, and not only am I allowed access to corrupt tech, but I'm allowed access because they're super robotic as well. They believe in heavy robotics and industry. I have all of the robotics. I have robotic workers, nanomechanics, powered exoskeletons, weather control systems, all the ones that dude would hate. Yeah. It's like, and then outlawing it would not allow you to even see those. So at this point, you're never going to make that faction happy. So we're just going to ignore them entirely. At least they're not the human one anymore. So the one that's 55%, what do they want? Since I can see your stream now. Let me see what they want.
They just want this.
Let's see. The free movement for your own people. Hold on. Go to your crystallanian species, like the actual, like go to people, go to species, and go to your actual crystallanians.
Well, you want?
Yeah, so people tab, then or go to the people button, then go to the species tab, and go to your actual crystallinians. Go to set rights.
Oh, okay. So I was just waiting.
Let me. Once it comes up on the stream.
I like how the species is not being perched. I love that perch side.
See, I don't understand what it wants.
Wait it.
I don't understand. What is go to colonization for me real quick? You can't do that. You don't want that anyways. That's not what he's asking. He's trying to it's triggering something about someone not being able to move. It's on that one already. Go to
What do you mean migration?
go to migration controls, but I mean I assume no migration controls is free movement. Unless it has its own number. Nah, it doesn't. See, the reason why I was checking is I wanted to make sure it didn't have its own name. What the heck? I don't know what's triggering this. What?
Sharing the free movement of pops by prohibiting forced resettlement and disabling migration controls.
Wait, hold on. What is it saying? Hold on, let me read it. It says, ensuring the free movement of POS by prohibiting forced settlement and disabling migration controls will please...
Shoot Democratic Committee.
Forced settlement? What section is that under? What would that be? Oh my god. Why is this not...
Found it.
Where is it at?
Under politics, in policies. Resettlement, and I put it aloud. Pops could be forcibly resettled between planets.
Did you... Was it on prohibited originally?
No, it was always on allowed.
Then that can't be it. Because if it's already on allowed, James, then they wouldn't be triggered. Then there wouldn't be a warning telling you that the Democracy House doesn't like this. This is why I think we've run into a bug of some sort. Something has happened that doesn't make any sense. Unless we're being, like I said, really dumb. But I'm trying to figure out, what's your diplomatic stance? Mercantile. I don't know. Wait, hold on. What about land appropriation? What do you have under that?
Oh, prohibited.
No.
It's funny because I put this as prohibited, and I still accepted the corner.
But I don't know. Well, no, that's different. That's not what it means. It means that certain planets will always have a place for other non-people of your species. But is that what's triggering it? Alright, hold on. What's your first contact protocol?
So that will be,
That'd be right beneath it, under land appropriation.
peaceful.
Okay, what's your initial border status?
Open.
Okay. And what does refugees say again? For you, at the bottom almost?
Little refugee settlement, so that being...
It'd be right above population controls.
Nope, it's here.
I know, what does it say?
Refugees welcome.
And population controls are not allowed, right?
So
Like,
population
it'll be right
controls.
beneath that.
Yeah, prohibited.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, prohibited. Yeah, that's what you want. Yeah, prohibited. Both of those are prohibited. Slavery as well.
I can't have. I can't allow it.
Okay, well, that all you need to do. You don't have to tell me that. Just tell me if it says prohibited already.
It's locked into prohibited.
Um, okay. We're gonna experiment because there's only one in here that seems that it may be. I want you to put land appropriation to allowed.
Okay.
Because we need to find out what's triggering this.
This will not be activated for the next 10 years.
And what about native? What do you have for
Won't allow that just yet.
what?
Because you were going to ask me something.
Well, no, you can go ahead and do that. You want to allow land appropriation because
Right.
we need to find out if that's triggering them. Because prohibited on that sounds kind of dictatorish, so I'm wondering if that's what he's reading. So your resettlement is allowed. Go up.
This is the first I can go up.
Okay, yeah, just go to the top. I'm just looking at something. I have no idea. Alright, well, go out of that. Let's go back to the main menu. I'm going to let it play for about a month again. I want to see if it changed anything. Boom. Okay. Does it say it now? Does it say he's okay with free movement now and all that?
Well, no. It's still
No.
-10, but it's... Yeah, it's still -10.
I don't know. I really don't know. I think we might have bugged Stellaris out. Let me check my lowest again. Let me see something. Can I click on these? I cannot. Okay.
Hang on. Whoa, hold on. I'm now making back minerals, and I'm slowly increasing my consumer goods.
That's gonna naturally happen because you're getting more populace to work the mines. That will fix itself. But here's the thing: that's not gonna matter if you have a rebellion. And that's where this is going, because there's a decent amount of people following this. And if it gets worse, Alright, highlight it one more time for me, James. I'm gonna read it word for word one more time. So highlight free movement in his thing. If I can read this. Okay, so ensuring the free movement of pops by prohibiting forced resettlement and disabling migration controls will please this. Yeah. You have no migration controls on anyone. You even turned it off on the I assume you turned it off on the mushroom people, that they're allowed to colonize places and stuff.
Wait a minute.
I literally don't know what would be triggering this other than the bug. But yeah, go back to people tab. It's in the people tab.
I think it could be this.
No, James, it's not war philosophy, James. You need to go...
Not war philosophy, you dickhead.
No, James, resettlement is already on allowed. That's not what it is. Don't go there. That's not what it is. Because you're not, this is what I'm saying, you're reading it backwards. That's why I was making sure I wasn't reading it backwards. They're pleased by you allowing movement. So
Right.
so it's either a bug or it's something That's, so go back to the mushroom people for me.
The mushroom people. A bunch of shrooms.
Which would be in the people's tab.
Here.
And species, and then go to set rights and bring that up, and I'm just gonna look through it. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be normal for what it needs to be, because I'm pretty sure you already had it set to open for most things, other than the social welfare. Yes, see, colonization is allowed. So is migration. Yeah, this has got to be a bug. This has got to be a bug. They have full military service, full citizenship. Colonization is allowed. Yeah, because see, you don't want migration controls because that's not what it is. Because he wants free movement, which is what your entire species has.
I have no idea. I think I may have
I
broke
think you
it.
broke it when you hired a human.
Yeah.
Because I think what it is it's still thinking that there's humans on the planets. You have no humans.
No, consider I just missed the only one.
So at this point, yeah, unless you want to deal with that permanently, because that's going to be a permanent bug. We're not going to be able to fix that because it's not supposed to be happening.
Yeah.
And that faction should like you with the way your character plays and your crystallinians think. That should be your top faction. But because it's bringing some unusual bug because a human was allowed to be a leader at some point somehow. No, you know what I think it was? You know what I know? I bet you I know what happened. I bet you at some point you had a migration thing with Melantha. She turned it down after a while after she became a friend with me, but you hired a leader before it ended. And when it ended, because you hired it, it registered this human populace probably for a little bit, right? Like
Yeah.
maybe one or two at best. But since you had a leader, and here's the thing, it doesn't matter if it's one person. If you have a migration treaty and you get one citizen of that species on your planet, guess what that becomes? That means you can go into the People's tab immediately and set their rights.
Yeah.
So what happened is a lonely human, a single human, who you ended up hiring as leader, lived there long enough, and since she became a leader and you didn't change their rights to be leaders, she was allowed to found a faction. And because she is human, I'm assuming because of coding and all that, the game's thinking that you still have humans beside her and you don't. Because when Melantha closed you off, she closed her borders too. So you have no humans. They probably migrated back because you were ignoring them. Because you accepted another species too soon.
Yeah.
Because I know you did have that happen with me. I remember you telling me about it. You did have humans at least once at one point. So that's why it confused me when you went into your people tab and there were no humans. What it was is they all moved away before the borders closed. Except the leader you hired. But the faction had already been created. So now the only people following it are other crystallinians and other things. So it's caused this weird glitch where you can't set the rights for the humans to be full what they need to be. I am assuming. Because I imagine they must have had population controls because they came from Melantha.
Yeah.
Naturally set when you got them. So that's a huge bug. I've never had that happen, to be fair, but I'm also very tedious when it comes to playing diplomacy because you have to be. Or weird stuff like that apparently can happen, I guess.
Yeah.
And maybe it'll fix itself over time, but I can't guarantee that. I don't know what's causing it other than what I said. So maybe at some point
Makes
it'll
sense.
recognize there's a crystallinian in charge, not a human, and it'll fix that and say free movement actually is a thing? I don't know. Or maybe it's something to do with your species. Wait, actually, is there a way to look at your species traits?
Yes,
Hold
there
on.
is. And society.
Like in here, ruler trait,
There you
governing ethics, civics.
go. They have fleeing, unruly, resilient, genius, volatile excrescences, and credit preference.
Wait, hold on. So, unruly is empire sprawl. But where's the? See, what I'm looking for is not listed there though. I need to see your rock people stat. Go to your faction instead of your people. Maybe it's in that one. Like at the get out of that and like go to the very top where you see, or no, just hit left on your D-pad,
Not so good. Go to that. It's press left.
and then go up to government. Yeah. I think. Are you on it? Yeah. It's the very top one. Like you want to get out of that tab, go the buttons on the left and go all the way to the top and click government.
Oh.
Like go. Because you need to see because that'll show your governing ethics and different things. I need to see something. It maybe have to do something with that too. That there's something. So we've got charismatic, champion. Go down to champion of the people, James.
Oh, okay. I have.
Top left, yeah. Because I'm looking at your ruler real quick. No, it's not that. Egalitarian, xenophile, pacifist. Yeah, it's got to be a bug. I don't see any traits unless it's which I don't know how to look at unless. Correct me if I'm wrong, Farseer in chat in James's chat or mine. I'll check mine in a second. How do you look at a species trait? So how does he see the rock trait's original explanation, I guess? Oh, no, wait, I think I see it. Is it continuous rebirth? Hold on, no, go back to that, James. Go to the top next to, yeah, I see it. No, go back to your government. Yeah, stay in there. And next to reform government, you'll see calamitous birth.
Yeah.
Not native to their homeworld, these lithoids arrive there when a meteorite slammed into the planet and killed off most of the native life. Start with a massive crater deposit on homeworld, giving an additional total districts to mining, able to build meteorite colony ships, which travel at great speeds and damage the planets they target, which creates mines.
Yeah.
But I don't see anything. Is there one to the right of that? Let's see. Your corporate and diplomatic weight. No, it doesn't show it.
Hey!
I don't know.
What is this? No. Oh, fuck you. That's alright.
What's that? Materialism? Let's see. Materialist ethics, attraction. Oh, God. Go down. Back to that, James. Go back to that.
What?
The one that said, the one that was you were just on. Yeah, right there. Stop. Wherever you're at right now. Just don't move. Okay, so that says materialist ethics attraction minus 75%. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, no. Go up above that? Like one above that you're on, right? Like where you were?
Yeah.
What is this one? That's just ship fire rate. Go above that? Is it one of these? Is it a modifier that's happening? What is that one? That is mining station output. That's normal. Go above that. Monthly exotic gases +1. Monthly energy credits more. That's fine. And then the next one is void loops. Go to the next one up. Uh-huh. Okay, go to the top one. I'm pretty sure I know what the top one is. I wonder if it's the bottom one. That's what's caused. I mean, it would help fix this, but I don't think there's a way to get rid of that now. I wonder why that's triggered. No, the crystal focus one, James, at the top.
Oh, okay. It's just energy credits of jobs plus 5%.
Okay, so go back to the negative one. The one that's that one that's saying negatives on it. The one that's right above agenda.
Yeah, that one.
I need to read it word for word real quick. It's still a bug, but this ain't helping. And I need to figure out how to change this before we do our next game. Because I don't know if we're going to be able to fix this now. Materialist ethics attraction minus 75%. Because materialism is suppressed. Why? Why? This is so strange. I don't know what gave you that modifier.
I am
Because,
suppressing one faction.
huh?
I am suppressing one faction.
Yeah, but that shouldn't be materialists. Those are scientists. Materialism is part of science to a certain extent, but it's not the whole thing. 75% is a huge dip. That's why. But the problem with these modifiers, James, you see how they have a time limit on them, except that one, right?
Yeah.
A lot of these happen during the game or are caused by other things you've chosen or changed.
Yeah, so.
So I don't know what created that. So that plus whatever the bug were happening that I don't quite understand either. Also, has Farseer said anything in chat? Let me go back to mine for now. There's not much more I can look at at the moment.
I found out you total for people. 40% of them are fungoid, 86% are calcite.
Damn, the fungoid are catching up, I will say, as an even kilter species. But they're not the problem. That's the irony here. The one that's not the crystallanians is not the issue.
That's odd.
Well, it's because you played your diplomacy a little weird.
Yeah, I did.
You accidentally shunned your own crystals and promoted mushrooms.
I just sound
Don't
like
know
I'm a
how
drug
you
dealer.
did that, but you did.
It's interesting to describe this people. So my guy just fucked up rock people and went for the mushrooms.
He went for the mushroom people. It made more money as a megacore.
That's gonna be so interesting.
I'm clueless as well, is what Farseer says. Okay. Ah, dang it. Yeah. Alright, so that means probably the worst just happened. Okay. I'm gonna let you decide on this, James. It's not, once again, it's not like it's a it's you could easily still win, but I'm gonna warn you before I say this. It's not that even though you could easily still win, you're gonna have to deal with an annoying thing you cannot fix at all for the rest of the game. Unless for some reason you get humans. Which, you do know Fenrir, don't you?
I feel I do know Fenrir, but I feel like now...
Well, yeah, here's the other issue that's going to start happening.
Yeah.
If you do this, your crystallinians are no longer going to be the primary species. You're going to be a completely mixed species. You will have 3 different species, and all of them have equal rights. So now your entire dynamic will change. And you'll need more food now. Guaranteed.
Oh.
Because, so your farming world will have to be upgraded. So you see how much, that's a lot of footwork. So, once again, not impossible. It's just, do you want to put up with that since you didn't know that's what you were getting into?
I feel like I just need to restart this and just have a restart. Because I think at the beginning, I was doing okay. And then I
Yeah,
just
you
messed
were.
it
And so
up.
I think it happened. Your first big thing that started messing you up is the thing I think I do remember telling you maybe that's not a good idea. And when Melantha came to you with a migration agreement.
Yeah, and I stupidly accepted it. I think that led to that. So that was the problem. The second one is a colony that of I think I took on another species too early.
Well, no, I think you got natives. I think you found some native mushroom people and they just
No,
grew up
because
on your
they were part.
planet.
No, they were rebelling against Malaysia because they were part of Bethlehem
And I
originally.
bet you, oh, you know what,
Originally,
James?
because
Hold on. I know what caused the bug. You know what it was? You
uh,
had a migration with Melantha. Your two species were originally human calcite. But when you helped with the rebellion, you kicked all the humans off your planet.
I see. So I
But because
forceful.
you hired one of Melantha's leaders, the
Yeah,
game doesn't know what to do with it.
yeah. Because
Because
I know it
you,
was a rebellion because they said we see your people have more ethics towards ours. Can we join you and stuff, shit like
which
that?
that would have been fine if you hadn't had humans
If
already.
yeah, I
You
would.
could have actually saved those people and they would have been your migrants. And
Yeah,
they
I
would
should
and you
have.
would be fine right now.
Yeah, I think that's also started, and as well as me sitting doing other shit, I don't question, and not knowing. You know this a bit better. Me not knowing how to
Well,
branch
not
officers
too much better, but
works.
yes.
Branch officers work, which is part of a mega core, which is part of our
Well, I didn't know
playthrough.
how the diplomatic ones worked. I knew how to. I took me forever to
I knew
figure
how to,
out
and now I know how the diplomatic ones work.
because it took me forever to figure out how to have the corrupt
The
people
corrupt
open up
ones
their
look
offices.
different,
They
so
can just do it. So I was like, oh.
so I just say have a complete restart, a complete refresh, because I think I single-handedly screwed this up entirely, and due to my
Well,
fault.
not entirely. It's just gonna be annoying for you to play now. Like you're gonna be like I had in a different situation. It was fixable, but to be fair, I just lived with it. It wasn't a bug like this one is, because this is the first time I've ever seen something like this. But um, but it was along the same lines. I know the pain you're gonna go through because without it being a bug, but actually dealing with that, you have to basically just continue to suppress that faction for the rest of your empire's existence.
Yeah,
And that means you'll never have the influence you had before. You'll always have to spend some to make sure they never get more people. And to be fair, even suppressing it, that doesn't guarantee it's not gonna get more people.
yeah, so it'll check more.
So it'll still naturally get some here and there, making it harder and harder and more expensive, which makes it more expensive to suppress. So
Yeah,
I had to do that with Fenrir during the end of the series of Rise of the Wolf because I got a little too aggressive at the end and I had a couple dictator factions all of a sudden spring up on me. So I had to suppress both of them for the rest of the rest of the series.
yeah, I just say, just let's start afresh. And actually, and I want to do the game now properly and not just be a dick and just fuck things up. If I don't want to do it, I just don't want to do it. Because
I
that's the
mean
other
that's
thing. Well, the
yeah.
1 week I did fuck it up, I was kind of in practice and I was kind of in that mode where I was Zeech took over and it was like, ooh, what does this do? I'll fuck up my playthrough.
Yeah, I
Because I
mean
remember I was setting some of these people to fuck with the giants or the desolates. And you told me you don't want to do that, James, because that
yeah,
fucks
because
you
look
up
how big
entirely.
they are. Like them and the Desolate are doing the best because they
Yeah.
don't have that many contenders. Everyone else is fighting someone else.
Is the giants at war? I don't think the giants at war. I think they're like
If
me.
they are, they're at war with the Xenos. They've been killing them slowly. I've been keeping my eye on it. Since we're going to restart, I'm going to go ahead and say it. They were what were probably going to win you this if we had continued, because the Giants have, over the course of our last couple episodes, taken at least 5 to 6 systems away from the Xenos. So that means they've been aggressively fighting them. And it makes sense because they're on borders with each other. And the Xenos do not care. They're going to constantly attack. So they're provoking the hell out of him constantly, I bet. So mine was a race to get past Fenrir, because you see where you're at. I have to go between you and Fenrir to get there. Or through
Oh,
Melantha.
you know my last part next to the Fenrir now.
Well, yeah, and that's what my plan was. Since she surrounded him, what I was gonna do is gain first war on the peacocks over here.
The
I was gonna
ball.
war on them, get a couple more planets to my name to work with. Then I was going to make an agreement with Melantha so I could get open borders, and then start a war against Fenrir to take that area, just so I can have access to the Xenos. Because then after that, all I have to do is get open borders with the giants. I don't have to war with them. They're not at war with me or hate me. They're neutral with me, to be fair, because we haven't really done anything together. They're a little bit in the negative, but not fully. So it was reasonable that I didn't have to fight them either. But that still would have taken me forever. So you had time to go, but it's more of an annoyance thing on your level of you have to decide personally for yourself. Are you ready to put up with the annoyanceness of a faction being stabbing you in the back for the rest of the series? Because that's really all it's going to be. Because you still could win. It's just going to be a lot harder.
Yeah.
But you still have time, is what I'm trying to say. But if you'd rather, since you now know what you want to do with your megacores, and you'll know of the branch offices from the beginning, there is an advantage with that. If we start over, you will at least know now how to do your branch offices, which will give you a supreme better start.
Yeah, it will.
Especially as soon as you meet a democratic society. You will immediately be able to give them branch offices as long as you get the right equipment.
Star bases work? And you get trade values? I've only built one of them.
Wow, yeah, work on that next time too.
Yeah, so you know out my entire sectors, and I was wondering why some of these trade values won't be collected. I only built one like a dickhead.
So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Yep. And I built fucking...
And you wonder why I'm the king of the market.
Yep. Yep.
I did exactly what Wayland did. Very little actual planet control, but a ton of fringe space stations, like Sevastopol. Ton of space stations.
Yeah, and you know what? That didn't help my situation either. I think that was just one of the little things that added up to being... Didn't help me.
And 2 of these stations are upgraded to Star Fortress stations, which means they have even bigger trade in them.
But you know what I was going to research next? Starports. Because that would help me with my one space station.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, and like I said, it's very, and that's also never be afraid to put certain ports somewhere to grab somewhere ahead of time for future use. You don't have to upgrade it to a spaceport immediately. You can just keep it as a little outpost in the beginning.
Alright, that's this call, so I'll
That's fine.
I'll
go ahead and start wrapping it up and chalking the chat for our side since we're going to start over. Let's see. Wait, James promoted a faction. Is it spiritualist? And is he suppressing a materialist faction like scientists? He is to a certain extent. Like I said, it just kind of got out of whack because he didn't understand what migration treaties did. Which tip for you next time. I did look this up to make sure before I started reading chat again. Because I typed it in on my phone. Research agreements are okay. I was wrong. But you accepted a migration treaty with her. Back before you started the rebellion.
Yeah.
That's what causes the leaders to show up from another from another person's species. So do not, as a rock person, accept migration.
No.
You want to get your people by getting them to live on your world. No other ways. Because you also don't want to do it in the beginning, because since your rock people don't want food or need food,
They just eat
then you
minerals.
want to stay crystallinian as long as possible. Just crystallinian. You want to be
Yeah.
democratic and have research in like economic agreements with democratic other factions, but never migration until you are ready for it. And make sure it's a faction you know you're going to stay with too, James. Because
Yeah.
also doing it with Melantha, who's a dictator, and you're a Democrat, that was very foolish.
It was.
You should have waited on Fenrir for that. Because now that they're next to you, you could have got it with them, and that would have also solved that glitch.
Yeah, it would have.
And so yeah. So remember, if you're gonna accept a new species through migration, make sure they're gonna stay your friend. Well, you're gonna have all kinds of diplomatic issues, as you can tell.
Yeah.
Oh man. And that being said, for anyone new to Stellaris, that's why you see me when I first come back to Stellaris. I always play a dictator first, or a hive mind, because they're the easiest style to manage, government wise. You don't really have to put up with a lot with them. Like, because I'm a super corrupt government. None of the other species besides humans have any rights. So they don't get to do anything. So my unity stays +4. And the only faction who hates me is my science faction, because I've been doing shitty in research. But that's it. All my factions are 59 and up.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it happens. James, science factions promote materialism because I always get them as a faction when picking materialists. He didn't pick materialists, but even when you don't pick it, but depending on the choices you go science-wise, politically, and your like everything you do, and edicts as well. Whatever edicts you have set determines what you start to develop among your people. Because it's just like real life. If you're allowing certain interests, then can you really blame them? It's like, you said it was okay, so they did it. And it was fine, but if you're not ready for it, you can see what happens. But yeah, Farseer is right on that. Like, science, materialism, since they run slightly hand in hand, are always going to pop up if you're going a materialistic build. And since you're a mega core, James, kind of hard not to.
Yeah.
So your scientists are real pissed, and your people who want democracy are confused.
Yeah. It just
This is literally, you should have played Zeech's Empire instead.
Yeah.
I feel like that way you set that faction up, you'd be able to get around this because it's all pure chaos.
Yeah.
That's funny though.
So you must keep in mind what you have.
Yeah, well, so what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna delete the save right away. I'm gonna do it right after we end the stream.
I just took a screenshot, so it's okay. I'll send it to you.
Oh, did you? Oh,
Yeah.
hold on. I guess I could do that, huh?
Zoom out the map and just screenshot, boom.
Yeah,
Yeah. Don't do with me. I'm saving you the time. Don't be a Zeech.
Wait, but there is an empty area between Desolate and Giants. Is there anyone we're missing? Send me that picture, but there's also another screen I'm gonna have to look at when
I know
we're
what
done.
it is. No, it's the giant science ship that just roaming around in that fucking particular area.
No. I'm saying that, like, you see how there's a gap of space in between the Desolate and the Giants. And
Oh
the
yeah, no,
Xenomorphs.
that's what I'm saying.
There could be a faction in there.
There is one between the Desolate and the Giants. There is the
Who?
It's
you know them?
I see them. They're from the Zorium. They're the Zepek.
But you can see more factions in there.
That's the only
like
one
in
I
that
see. Because there is a little small factions. You know how I've got a little bubble shit. The Mythful Ravagers there.
Mm-hmm.
What are these?
Is it
They
just
can
those?
visum breathers.
Is it just those?
Yeah, that's what the only ones I can see. Because I think I have shared vision with them, so I can see what they see. Wait, just have a little look.
So can you see, do you have shared vision with the giants?
Cosmos, categories. So what do I have with them? So I have the Tradio is rivaling, has non-aggression. I'm in the commercial pack, research, defensive, migration treaty.
Oh, you have another migrate. Who is that with?
The Giants.
Oh, you better be glad that that didn't tick over, James. Don't do those anymore. Because you realize that means you could also have giants on your planet right now.
Let's
You you
let's
you
let, let's
you
let's.
don't you don't, but it will happen eventually.
So migration, Pete. Yeah, let's not go into about how I have another one with a third pack.
Oh!
It may not be the Palladians.
Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god, James.
Yeah. You notice how I was doing?
Oh, it's no wonder your factions are like, we don't know what the hell to do anymore. It's no wonder this game broke. Okay. We'll leave it at that. Next tip for you in the next playthrough.
Don't
get
do
those.
migration treaty. Just avoid
Everything
them.
else is fine. Research, economic agreements,
Just avoid
whatever, trade
migration
agreements.
treaties.
Just avoid that one.
I'm allowed to do it with certain species, though.
You can do it with any of them. Just don't do it before you're ready.
Okay.
Make sure if you're plan for it, basically. So let's say you're gonna get some humans. Make sure you have a planet that has farms on it that you've actually built before you do it.
Yeah, makes sense.
Or any biological species.
Hold on. So what's the migration tree? That's the.
Or if you're gonna, or another example in the opposite spectrum, and you don't want to go biological, and I wouldn't recommend this as a democratic. This would be more of a Wayland thing. If you're gonna go machines and hive mind, make sure you have robotics allowed.
Yeah.
Like, meaning you want to promote robotics. If you're going to do cybernetic species along with crystallinean, which technically efficiency-wise, if you're not going to go democratic, probably is the safest route. Because neither require food. One requires energy, one requires minerals.
Yes, that's about right.
And that's easy for both to make. Both are good at making both. So, but since you're going democratic, you're mostly going to be doing biological. So do not start migration treaties until not only are you ready to stay friends with that faction permanently for the rest of the game, but also you have a planet that can support the food uptake that will all of a sudden start happening.
Yeah.
You can also move them to that planet too, if you want them to be on that planet specifically.
Yeah,
You can just move. You can just move people around. You want to let them have their own choices. To be fair, most of them probably would go to that planet to begin with, especially if it's the only planet with farms on it.
Makes sense.
So, but at least I think that's how Stellaris looks at it, from what I've played and seen. But
Yeah,
depending on the species.
I did a boo boo.
But yeah. But it's alright, it happens. We were gone for too long, though. I'm not going to save it, I'm just going to leave it where it was originally.
The connection was lost to the host. How do you wish to proceed?
Just quit.
Just quit. It doesn't give me any options. It's just like, how do you proceed? It just tells me to fuck off. Anyways.
Do you want to keep playing this game by yourself?
You should tell me that. I just like how it just gives me the option of just quit and nothing else. It means no goddamn sense. It's like, how do you want to proceed? It's like, tell me, how much do you want to leave this game? Also, do you know that broken game I have? It keeps coming back to haunt me. I just deleted it now. Low game, broken game save data. and I can't load it.
I delete them. I delete those. That's probably from
I, I,
a playthrough before the
I
updates came
keep
through.
deleting them. I go back to the main menu, load game. Hey, look, it's there.
You have to delete the whole thing. Like there's a way to delete it. You're probably deleting only the inside file, which
Oh, you
doesn't
mean
do
the outside
anything.
save data?
You have to delete the whole thing, like the whole little thing that's associated with that playthrough. Meaning, like if I were to go to load my Wayland Yutani MP that says means multiplayer, if I were to delete that section, that's the whole thing. Because you can hit X and go in and delete individual saves. And like auto saves you don't want and stuff. So, but you have to get rid of the whole thing. And now if that doesn't, I don't know.
Okay, now I just merged in my previous playthrough with the broken game. Great!
Well, like I said, the best thing you can do, James, when it comes to starting over on things, just delete everything when it comes to stuff like that. Like, just everything. Because you don't know, especially when a big update happens in the strategy game, and certain mechanics get changed and you have the DLC for it, that save file is no longer playable. Because it's in old mechanics.
Oh,
so you have to delete it anyways.
Hold on, so what, there was I'll go to Z because I wanted to see something.
Make sure. Alright, I'm getting a couple of pictures on that screen too. Okay. Just so I can know who to put in the next one again. Let's see. Let me go read what Farseer's saying here. Let's see. I remember annihilating a faction entire support by moving all the pops that support them to a planet on the edge of my system and let Darius Death Star the planet. That's one way to do it if you have an ally like that. Just eliminate the faction altogether. It's funny.
Is there the DLC for it? Is the the
Well, I don't have
relics?
it yet. It's Ancient Relics in the Federation one. I don't have either. I don't think. Do I? Let me make sure.
What's one for the Giants? Because I know there's one for the Giants that you get to...
Necroids and Necroids.
Who gives a fuck
But I think you have that one.
I don't have the
Necroids. Have that one. Oh, you don't? Okay. What's Necroids? Yeah, it's Necroid. The ones that we don't have is Ancient Relics, Federation,
Federation,
and Necroids. I'm pretty sure Federation is the one that fixes the issue you just had. Where I don't think it's allowed anymore, where leaders can determine certain citizen status if there's no citizens of that species. I'm assuming. Because that's literally all that DLC is about, is being a fully inclusive, multi-species Federation faction. That's what that's meant to do. That's what Fenrir is going to be next time when I do their stream. When I get that DLC, I'm going to redo Rise of the Wolf with that. Because then I can start with... You can also, because it gives you another origin story, you can also start as a Federation. Meaning you can start with you and 2 other smaller factions with you. That are a part of your Federation from the get-go. So, and I can use that to play some really unique, strategies with Fenrir and redo that. And bring back the Rise of the Wolf. But this time properly.
Yeah.
Let's see. I lost 80 minerals, but saved influence and got it back in a month. Yeah, minerals are easy to come back from as soon as you know what's causing the issue.
Yeah.
Influence is the hardest resource in this game to maintain. Because especially if you're going to run a peaceful society. Because the influence is massively determined not only by somewhat your sprawl, which was massive for you, but also majorly determined by the factions and what's going on with them.
Yes.
And your population. So, it is, I'll admit, it took me forever. There's a reason why the Rise of the Wolf series was so many episodes. I learned so many issues that you have to run into as a diplomatic species in that series. I learned so much about playing as a Federation in that, and that was before Federation's DLC even existed. It's it's a lot easier now, but it's never going to be easy compared to anything else in the game. It's still always going to be the hardest type of victory. It's just the way it is. I hate to say it. The game's kind of saying the truth. Sometimes it's harder to be nice than a villain. I hate to say that, but damn. See, also Daria shared a cool sprocket tank build. I saw that for a brief second. I didn't get the comment on, but I saw it come in while I was talking
Oh
to
yeah,
James about what
Darius,
was
that
going
is
in.
a tiger's worst nightmare. I agree.
I'll look at it right now before we wrap it up. If you want to go ahead and start calling yours,
Yeah,
James.
I'll wrap mine up. Well, as we learned, I'm going to teach it as learning how I broke the game is a better title than what I actually did. We're going to reset this, and due to my mess ups and the one thing leads to another, we're going to start afresh, and I'm going to give it 100% this time, and not dick about, not be foolish. I do give the same energy I give it to Spyro, and we shall be started at tomorrow. Because I'm feeling a lot better with energy. Now coming back to this and realizing you're an idiot, you fucked up, that's a mess. And that's basically what it is. So we're going to restart it, give it 100%, and just be proper and try to give you a proper series and try not to mess about with it. But on that note, I would like to thank you for joining and Shapescraft for joining, which I thank you all for watching. I thank you for Ardo for joining me and bullying me how I'm an idiot. Then that's yeah. So I will catch you all tomorrow. So